ADHD makes me forget what I walked into the room for, and perimenopause makes me too tired to care. For years, I've tried every system, planner, and hack to stay on top of running my home. Some helped, some didn't. But what finally made the difference? I built my routines around how my brain actually works, not against it. So yeah, my routines look a little different now. My routines flex based on how I feel, not what someone else's perfect schedule says I need to do. Let me walk you through it. There are days that when I wake up, I feel already behind. I get these thoughts like I have to clean the whole house in one shot. And already like tabs are opening like must do this, must do this, must do this, must do this, must do this. It's frustrating. So instead of trying to do everything, I gave myself some anchor tasks. These are the things that I do on autopilot. It's not a deep cleaning, it's just a resetting. Every night before I go to bed, I do a load of laundry. And then in the morning, I will move what I had washed the night before into the dryer, and then I always start a load. And honestly, by doing this, it really helps cut piles of laundry. How's the dishes situation look from the kids getting ready for school? Do I need to unload the dishwasher? Are there any dishes that I washed the night before still drying on the counter? I gotta put those away. I gotta make my bed. The rest of my room can be in chaos, but there's something about that bed being made. It's like when I put on my apron, it's so motivating. I'll wipe down bathroom surfaces after I'm finally done getting ready. Sometimes I'll do the bathroom swish and swipe if I have a second. I'll check and see if the kids tidied up the bathroom before they left for school. Their bathroom is also the guest bathroom, so I want to make sure that it's looking nice if anyone pops over during the day. Then I hop into my planner, see what's happening today. I look over the menu plan and see if there's anything I need to take out of the freezer to start thawing for tonight's dinner. Have that ready and taken out. So you could say these anchors are my morning routine. So that's how I start the day. But let me show you the other anchor tasks that help me hold it together. I do check on my flat surfaces a lot. I'll wipe things down. I do this because, clutter gathers to our flat areas. So I start on my clutter check. And we all have those little clutter spots in our home, right? So for this process, I could take 5 minutes, but I always make time for these clutter spots. Sometimes I am super motivated and I still can't focus. That's where I start with what I see first, visual clutter. It really is the fastest way to clear my mind. I do have an evening routine. It includes cleaning the kitchen, quick vacuum, sweeping or spot mop if it's needed, checking the next day's schedule, pulling a freezer meal out if that's what I'm gonna have for tomorrow, switching the laundry, and just hitting any clutter spots that need it. Anything before bed makes my mornings calmer, especially if it's on the days that I need to film. I've noticed that during certain phases of my life, certain schedules or routines worked better. So when the kids were all young, having a set day for a certain task worked great. Then I had on Mondays my weekly home blessings. Right now, with the move and the big switch up, I just sprinkle it in during the week. I would love to know what your anchor tasks are. What are the things that you do that are habit that make you feel like the day wasn't a total bust if you just did one of those? Now that I have those anchor tasks, it helps me stay grounded. But what actually keeps me from dropping those mental balls that I've been juggling? My planner. But I forget everything. If I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget it. If I can see it, I can do it. Over the years, I feel like I've tried every planner system. So I finally created one that matches how I think. The weekly spread helps me see everything laid out across the week, and the daily pages are perfect for to-dos or just tracking routines when I have more mental space. I even have a layout that shows me what I need to use up in my pantry, fridge, and freezer. That way I could track inventory, menu plan, and I don't waste food or energy. So I use my planner to keep track of what's working and what's falling apart, and most importantly, what can wait. If nothing else gets done, I focus here. Top 3 for the day. I would love to know, have you ever given up on a planner because it didn't work with your brain? Planning helps me know what to do. But actually doing it, well, that depends entirely on my energy. Oh my goodness, I've heard so many times, and maybe I've even said it in the past of like, in the mornings, get the hard stuff done first. Well, the saying, eat your toad first, which I agree with, but I am not gonna eat my toad first in the morning. I'm not a morning person. Like at all. It's just not part of me that can wake up as soon as my alarm goes off and just hit the ground running. That has never been me. I honestly have tried. So I don't schedule big to-dos in the morning anymore. So during this time of the day, I aim for momentum while I'm still in my PJs with my makeup half done. But the real cleaning, that happens later when my brain has finally woken up. My peak performing times for me are from 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m. Now, not every day is like this. I am a huge night owl. So there's times when the whole house is in bed and I am up cleaning. Okay, you gotta tell me, when do you have the most energy? Are you a morning person? Are you a night owl like I am? Or are the afternoons when you have that burst of energy? It depends on the day for me. Really, it really does. But definitely not the mornings. No, not gonna happen. With my ADHD, yes, I can get distracted a lot of the time. But a lot of the time I can hyper-focus on just one thing. That's great if it's a huge project that I have to nail out, but not good when I have many things that need to get done. So I work with my brain, not against it. Here's what exactly helps. Timers.
Let's set the timer, shall we?
We can do it! Sometimes it's 15, 20, or even 30 minutes. I pick one hot spot and then I hit it. When the timer goes off, I'm done. That feels so good. Another tool I have is music. Some musica. Cleaning in silence never works for me. I need sound to stay focused. Or I'll put on audiobooks or a show that I already know so well that I could see the scenes play out in my mind while I do my thing around the house. You want to know what I like listening to? The YouTube channel Dusty Thunder. He reads Reddit subreddit, Am I the A-hole? He uses the word astronaut. It's just so fun to see if people are the a-hole or not. So he has all these fun things to it. I like to listen to like true crime stories. The podcast Murder with My Husband. That's a good one.
This was actually considered the rougher part of town.
And I like listening to commentary channels on YouTube that go over the Sister Wives show.
And instead we go to Cody and the big family. Oh, you know, the ones she now claims have always treated her kids like crap. Great move, Robin. Leave your kids with a bunch of monsters. Man, you know what I just realized? Maybe they were never monsters and Robin's just a huge liar.
They're a hot mess and I'm there for it. Visual cues. If I know I'm gonna do a slow cooker meal, I take my slow cooker out of the cabinet and I put it right on the counter so I could see it in the morning. So I know, oh yes, I'm doing a slow cooker meal today. Keeping supplies in each zone. Under every bathroom sink has to have all of it. That way I don't get distracted going to another room or another area of the house to grab it. I'm gonna squirrel and then I'm gonna start on something else. I use brain dumps. Every messy thought or reminder, it gets written down first. I have a great section in my planner where you can jot down everything that's in your head, all your to-dos. And the page right next to it has 4 sections and you can break them down in there. And sometimes, yes, I film myself to help keep me on track. This is what started She's in Her Apron 13 years ago. And I celebrate every win. So tell me, do you use music or sound, shows? Do you use any of that while you clean? Those little tasks help me stay in motion. But I'm sure you're thinking, Kimmy, what about the big stuff? The deep cleaning. Instead of cleaning the whole house at once, I switched to zone cleaning, but I made it ADHD friendly. One area, one task at a time, that's broken down into 6 zones in my planner. So my zone 1 are entrances. Zone 2 is the kitchen. We have a section for appliances. Then there's your pantry, your cupboards, and your dining room. Zone 3, it's the bathroom and laundry. Zone 4 are the bedrooms. Zone 5 is the living rooms. And I broke it down into the living room and family room and your home office. And then I created a zone 6. And this is for any area that's not covered. I don't have to look at the whole big picture and get overwhelmed. Like I could break it down in those sections during the week. You know, I could take 20 minutes, I could take an hour, take a Saturday and just nail it out. This is where I'm being drawn to. And for me, I have to go where that energy is. That's ADHD rule number 1 for me. And if I'm feeling totally unmotivated to clean the bedroom in zone 4, but I really want to declutter the fridge, then I'm gonna go with that. Tell me, if you could focus on just one area this week in your home, what would it be? So no, I don't follow this grand magical routine that keeps everything clean, but I do have a rhythm that works for my home and for my brain. Not because I'm doing it all, but because I'm doing what matters most when it matters most. So whether you're navigating ADHD, perimenopause, or just the chaos of life, this is your reminder that done is better than perfect. Click on this playlist here where you can get even more motivation to get things done. I'll meet you over there. Thanks for joining me. Bye.